It's coming along well. It's just a unique group from my career, being able to play with guys, so many guys who are capable of playing. It's like different lineups every day in practice, every period, but it breeds confidence, I'm sure, in our coaches and in our offense when we have so many talented players at each position.
How competitive have the two guard spots been in particular? It seems like there's been a lot of different mixing and matching there.
There has, but I just feel like the whole line's been super competitive. But I do think it's fair to say that those two positions in specific, but like going back to his question, we have so many talented players, so many game-ready players that it's really exciting. A lot of great depth and good guys who can contribute to a lot of victories.
You know, as a veteran offensive line, like just how important is the cohesion, right? Like eventually it's going to take some match, but when you want to try guys locked in,
Yeah, that's a great question, and it's definitely been something that we've talked about, players, coaches, everybody. But I think this dates back to January when we all get in the room together, gelling together on and off the field, taking advantage of things like walkthroughs, being able to build, like you said, the camaraderie and the kind of like the chemistry, I guess is a better word. Just building that is big, but when you have so many players who are talented and we've racked a lot of reps with each other, that it's not a huge worry in mine.
How close do you feel like y'all are to having maybe a group of 5 starters or guys that have kind of separated themselves, or do you feel like that's still wide open in some positions?
I just think like our main focus is like practice 5, 6, 7, 8. Like we just haven't. I just think not many people are putting an emphasis on that or a focus on that. I think a big thing is just worrying about how we can improve our game on the last play and on the next play. You know what I mean? It hasn't been a huge thought.
What are the sort of maybe the most important, I guess, linchpins of this offensive line group, and that sort of, I guess, help bring everyone together on and off the field?
Man, I don't think it's anyone in particular. I think Mark has done a great job just because like he's played the most here at Texas A&M. He's comfortable with Texas A&M, but I think every guy brings their own benefits to the table in that aspect. But if I had to pick somebody and isolate them, I would say Mark, just all things considered.
What do you think when you look at the O line? What do you think the identity and maybe the strength of that whole group will be this fall?
Man, that's a loaded question. I think that something that we're trying to identify and build in our unit is just like everybody play hard, play physical, play fast, and just like really we all love football. We're trying to get after each other, but we love each other at the same time. So when I'm looking to my left and to my right, I know I'm going to play harder for each other because of that. I think that's the identity we're trying to form.
What's it like playing for Coach Cush?
Coach Cush, there's so many things that I like about Coach Cush. He's just such a good teacher. That's the number one thing when people ask me. Like he just really teaches me well. We spend hours together meeting, and he always makes time for me and the other guys to just get together and meet and spend time with each other. But he's such a good teacher, and he's just a football junkie. He loves football. That's the only thing on his mind.
Is there any way you could say particularly that his influence has helped your game?
Yeah, I would say like from spring to now even. I mean, from last practice to this practice, like I'm just making so many strides in my game, and I'm just seeing like ups and downs in certain areas that he's helping me kind of focus on improving super, super small details.
Is there anything that you guys as a unit have talked about still trying to improve as practices have gone on, maybe starting to watch some tape from these practices?
Yeah, I think like when you talk about offensive line play, we're supposed to set the tone. And that's what every fan base and coaching staff and team wants for their O-line, is to set the tone. And so that's been a big emphasis of ours coming out of spring, going into this summertime, is just going towards August and to camp. Just set the tone, be dominant, and be, like I said, a tone setter, get the offense going.
You know, you have a unique vantage point when it comes to working with quarterback Marcel Reed. Just what is your assessment of him as a leader, as a player, and maybe something you learned about him over the last couple of weeks?
Man, he's so explosive, dynamic. The offense is so much fun to play in when you have a quarterback like Marcel Reed. It is exciting, but his leadership, I mean, his relationship with me and with everybody else on the team is the same. And so that's something you like to see in a main face of the program type of player, is his leadership.
What would you say maybe Saka, Jones, Cersei, these guys pushing you, and some other guys like one-on-ones and
Yeah.
and what has kind of stood out of those games?
Bro, we have a loaded defensive line room. Our edge rushers are phenomenal. They give me countless good reps every single day at practice. We get together after practice, talk in the locker room about, hey, remember on this play, what were you thinking? What did I give away on this play? So, I mean, just the camaraderie and with us, the offensive line and those guys being able to push us. And like we just got done doing 2-minute drill, and the angles that they rush with, the things that they throw at us is really tough. And so it is good getting that work in practice and not on a Saturday.
What do you think of Marco's half spin?
Yeah, that was in one-on-ones versus, I think, Lamont. Yeah, dude, that was filthy. It was like he hit it so fast that he didn't even stay on his own feet. Like he didn't expect to win like that. It was crazy.
We talked with Anto yesterday, just with him in particular. What's it like facing him, and what's the hardest part about going against him in kind of a one-on-one situation like that?
The toughest part about Anto is like he's not a one-dimensional rusher. So like if I take away X, then this is what I got. Like he can throw so many different things at me in one rep, different alignments. He can rush well from tight, from wide. He can just throw so much out of tackle that it's really tricky. So that's something that I really like about him in practice is I get to see it's just like you have to have, if your focus slips at all, it can be detrimental for the offense.
How was the offensive line gel off the field? How much do you guys hang out? What do you all kind of like to do? Like fishing, hunting, this kind of things you talked about? Like what do you all kind of done together?
We do a lot. I mean, we're up here a lot too, getting extra work, doing drills, doing whatever. But we like to hunt. Me and Mark Naboo and Blake Ivy, we've been hunting a bunch this summer. Just going with some staff members on the team, going to shoot some pigs or go fish, or we like to just get our minds off of football sometimes and grow with our relationships with one another.
You know, you guys, 4 guys, brand new guys coming in, obviously. Has that been, maybe a chip on your shoulder that, you guys hear maybe the national talk that are some doubts about how good you guys can be, and just how motivating has that been for you guys this time?
I think the big motivation is like watching the guys, how they played last year. I mean, they used to get after teams. Their O-line had a big identity in this team, and so we don't want that to skip a beat. We want to be dominant. We want to be physical. We want to play fast, however many guys it takes, but we want to just get after our opponents, and we want to set the tone for our offense and for our entire team and program.
Thank you, guys.
Appreciate you guys.